What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. So today we are going to take a look at the newly released Terminator 2 T800 from Hot Toys. What is this a DX? I don't think this is a DX, right? But we'll call it DX13 2.0. This looks great. Let's put it that way first. If you are, I believe this and T1000 are still available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. So I'll definitely check it out if you missed out on, you know, your usual place that you order. But let's talk about this release. I had DX13 and I sold mine probably around 2-3 years ago, something like that. I don't know, my growing collection just running out of space, and I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid of the jacket flaking on me. I saw the belt, at least on my DX13, started getting some molds, and you can see it once it turns, you know, like white, molds are starting to grow. So I made the executive decision to just part ways with it before it completely just disintegrates on me. I guess that is the best way of convincing yourself, if you have DX13, to pick this up. It's because you don't have those concerns, because of the material that they used are real leather. Does that include the pants? I don't. I know the jacket is, from what they said, maybe the pants as well. So that in it by itself might be the biggest, I would say, motivation to pick this up if you have DX13. Nonetheless, if you also have a DX13 and you don't have a second body, because back in the day, Hot Toys was selling a second body for like a Terminator. I believe it's TTM 21, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on the chat below on this comment section, but I believe it's TTM 21, which I bought back in the day. So now I was able to get a second Arnold out of DX13, because as you know, even this comes with 2 head sculpts. Now, of course, this body is a bit special. You can see the battle damage inside. You can replace the hand. You don't need to do that because the other jacket is non-battle damage. You know, so you could have just a regular Arnold with a little bit of damage on the face, of course. But all you need to do is buy pants, an inner shirt, and some boots. And those were pretty inexpensive back in the day. I'm sure you'll find some on eBay right now. I still have the inner shirt, by the way. Boots is a bit tricky to find. But what I'm trying to get in here is that if you have a DX13, you could do that. Let's say you don't have a spare body, you got this. So now you can display both in their different look. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win. So you don't necessarily need to get rid of your DX13. Now, if you only want one Terminator, and if you don't have a DX13 yet, obviously this is the way to go. I think the paint application is much better. I don't know how much better. You know, is it enough? The hair sculpt is an improvement. It's not that, you know, mind you, that came out what, like 8-9 years ago. So obviously there's gonna be a ton of improvements. The base is better as well. You know, let's take out the fact that it is real leather. I don't know about the belt. They never mentioned anything about the belt. I had problems with the belt, not with the leather part. You know, I was trying to treat my leather, you know, every once in a while. I don't really have a schedule for it, but I know at least once a year I try to treat my leather or pleather with some solution whenever I remember. Like I said, maybe once a year I do it for, you know, somebody like Star-Lord or something like that. But that was my main concern why I sold this, and also the Terminator 1, the police shootout version. I'm not gonna, and honestly, I miss them in the collection. I do, because I love Terminator, but I am glad that Hot Toys revisited this. Although I might admit, just by pure eyeballing this, nothing side to side, of course, for now, it looks kind of the same. You know, like if you have DX13, I believe if you are just, you know, like I don't have money right now, I don't think you need to buy it. I think DX13 would be more than sufficient enough for anyone that has it already and doesn't want to fork out another, $400, because after tax and shipping, I'm assuming this would be around 400. If you don't want to spend that much, I don't think you have to. If you're not worried about flaking, that doesn't bother you or anything, or the improvement in the paint application, because the X13 is still a pretty damn solid figure. All of the bells and whistles that this comes with, rolling eyeball system, light up function on the eye, everything has, the X13 has that as well. The X13 even has that liquid T1000 form. So this one I feel like has a better base. I think we can all agree on that. But that's no pushover as well. But we'll see. Somebody's gonna review this for sure, and they're gonna make. I hope they make a comparison to show the differences. But kind of like Darth Maul 2.0, the new one is always gonna be better in terms of looks, functionality. That's just how it is. It's gonna be an improvement. I guess the question is how much of an improvement, and are you willing to pay to get a better version of something that you already do have? I've seen, with DX15, the Jack Sparrow, to the new, what is that, DX30. It is an improvement. I still hasn't subscribed to that improvement as of yet. Same with Darth Maul with my DX15. So I never really made a jump. Perhaps if I can sell those, because unlike this, you could use the body. I mean, with Jack Sparrow, I guess you could use a different, expression, but they're almost the same clothing. I guess my DX15, I can remove the jacket, but I'm not that huge of a Jack Sparrow fan to have 2 Jack Sparrows in my collection. Unlike Terminator, I'm a huge Terminator fan, so I don't mind having two Arnie's, 3, 4, 5. Who cares? I would have them all. So with this, I'm just giving, like an example. If you have the X13, why you can have both. It doesn't need to be exclusive to one another, but the X13 is pretty good. You can do all of these poses, the one that you're seeing right now, with your DX13 as well. That's a pretty solid figure. But make no mistake, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this in T1000, and I'm going to get the clean version as well. When? Who knows? Whenever Big Bad has it. That's just how I do things right now. Just wait till they're in stock, and then I just buy them. But thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments, are you going to pick this up? How did it turn out? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.